2012 Ford Escape. Customer's complaint was burning smell and hard to accelerate from the front of the car is what the customer complained of. I don't know if anybody can see the problem or not. You can see on the wheel it's all crinkled. It's a plastic liner similar to a hubcap, but as you can see it's all melted in where the lug nuts go. We're going to go back to one of the back wheels for a comparison of what a wheel looks like. You can see how the heat affected it. So the problem on this vehicle is a bad caliper and brake hose causing the brakes to stick. You can see it's a darker orange on this wheel on the rust. That darker orange usually indicates a lot of heat on the rust. Now with the wheel off, you can see a discoloration of the rotor. But also if you notice how hot it got, the shim of the brake pad deteriorating. The brake pad's on the left. That is the brakes from the left side of the vehicle, the side that got hot. This is the brakes from the right side and rotor from the right side of the vehicle, the side that did not get hot. Now if you take a quick look, you can see the edges of the brake pads are cooked pretty good. Okay, that's excessive heat. If you look at the two rotors, this rotor has more of an orangey color rust versus the rust on this one. This is the rotor that heated up. So there's the brake pads on the non-heated, there's the brake pads on the overheated side. So if you look at a car and you see one rotor is kind of like a burnish orange versus a dark brown, you may be an indication you have a problem. May have been a previous problem, but could be an indication of a current problem. And if you pull the pads off, you can actually look inside the pads too, and you can see how heat cracked they are and deteriorated versus these. I'll show you the ball joint and see what happened to the ball joint. This is the left lower ball joint. Something that I recommend checking. Anytime you have a heated up brake, always check your bearings, always check your suspension components, ball joints, tie rods, stuff like that. Reason being is a lot of your ball joints today are plastic bearing. And if you look, there's plastic here. That plastic, there's plastic that's all melted out of it. So this lower ball joint basically got so freaking hot that it melted the plastic out of it. When I checked the front end, scary amount of play. You can actually see that ball joint moving. Once I took the ball joint out, I popped the boot off just to see what caused it. You know, the car was recently inspected and I think someone recently forgot about it. This ball joint was scary loose. This could easily pull out of here if the plastic completely disintegrated. Or nylon, I call it plastic, but this is just the hard plastic. But that got so hot that it actually melted that plastic out, thus making the ball joint unsafe. So if I would have just done brakes, rotors, calipers, and hoses without checking the front end, potentially customer could have been in danger because of the bad ball joint.